Greetings, survivors, and welcome again to my second episode of Survivor Reacts. The series where I react to various survival stuff online, on TV, in movies, whatever the heck I feel like, as long as it's related to surviving or zombies. And this is, of course, yes, I'm doing a second episode this day, but fortunately, I have something that's probably going to be better than the last video I covered. The last one I covered a zombie survival kit video that was not terrible, but not good either, because the guy's probably an idiot. But today we're actually covering the first episode of a series called Guns and Gardens: How to Survive the Zombie Apocalypse. It actually seems pretty good. Yeah, and its title is a playoff on the band Guns N' Roses. So I don't really see it being all that bad. So without further ado, let's get into it and start watching the video.
Hi, and welcome back to Guns and Gardens tips during the zombie apocalypse. With me, as always, are Gisali and Kat.
Hey, nice to see you're still alive.
In each episode, we'll explore the ins and outs of surviving during the zombie takeover. We'll take a look at the best first aid kits, and we'll even explore the best guns and other weapons for taking down the undead. We'll show you how to grow your own food.
Okay, looks like that logo is also a play on Guns N' Roses. So, let's say that sounds like it might give some decent information.
Food indoors, how to raise chickens and honeybees. I'm not sure when this zombie apocalypse is going to end, but I'm sure not going to let some damn dirty zombie...
Mark, behind you!
But surviving the zombies is so much more than separating zombie heads from zombie bodies. It's food, shelter, water, first aid, and power. And during this social collapse, you can't just run over to Trader Joe's for some pre-made entrees. Even if you could, that's all gang territory now. And between you and me, I'd rather fight the zombies than the gangs. So tune into our pirate broadcast whenever you can get the signal. We're going to need every able-bodied survivor to fight off the infected, and you're going to want these survival tips. In the words of the one-time California governor and the original T-1000, come with me if you want to live. Do.
Okay, first off, I'm pretty sure this guy's partially deaf if he didn't hear that thing approaching him behind quite loudly twice. Well, he heard the second time, but not until after it got close enough to him to be a threat. Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the T-800, not the T-1000.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hi, Katie G here, as always, with Charlie from the Defense Group, and we're here to introduce an exciting new anti-zombie product, Pepsi. It's based on good old-fashioned pepper spray, but with an exciting new twist that zombies just hate.
That's right, Kitty. One shot from Pepsi, and the zombies will leave you.
So next time someone passes by the defense shelter, be sure to pick up some Pepsi.
Survive. Stay alive. Pepsi. The choice for another generation.
just watch. I guess sponsors are still a thing in the apocalypse. Well, not for my channel, at least. The only sponsor I've had actually refuses to pay me. So far it just seems like it's a show that takes place in the apocalypse. No actual tips. But let's keep watching.
It's getting harder and harder to venture out for food, so a number of you are growing your own. I applaud your self-reliance, but remember, if you're gardening outside, you gotta bring the proper tools. Unfortunately, last time Kat forgot. So the one rule to remember, don't let it become a contact sport.
Well, I guess this guy's the only one left other than the camera guy, because the other two are dead. That's probably not a good way of cutting it away, just to make that small comment.
So another good idea is grow your food indoors using any window or available sunny spot. Now, I'm not suggesting that one little window garden like this is going to suit the needs of your entire community, but it might just help you through some of the lean times. There's a couple of rules I've discovered to make this kind of indoor gardening work best. The rule number one is efficiency. So forget round little flower pots and other cutesy things and go with big, square, or rectangular bins. You want to maximize your growing space. These bins used to hold my files and tax papers and things like that, but that was burned for fuel so long ago. These make really good things to grow in. Man, it's Cat again. Okay, well, the second rule is look up, as in use the airspace above to continue growing more plants. There's a number of plants that can grow upside down. You may be too young to remember this, but when there was actual TV, they used to have commercials for these upside down tomato plants, and they worked really well. Well, tomatoes aren't the only plants that grow upside down. This is only about a month old. It's a cucumber plant. This here is only about 2 days old or 3 days old since I planted it, and it's gonna have string beans. The key is you just drill a hole and you plug it up with something. I've been using thin slices of this foam exercise meat, and it's worked great. Simply place a young plant through a 2-inch hole using that foam disc to cover the edges. Carefully cover the root ball of the plant with fresh, moist soil and gently pack it down until it's almost full. Place that bin so that the dripping water runoff will land on another plant below.
Okay, no, that was actually a pretty good tip and legitimately a good idea. Not bad. Of course, I haven't tested it, so I have no idea if it works or not, but if one of you in the comments test it out, maybe record it, or just tell me if it works or not. Comment section down below. I'd honestly like to hear if this works or not. Back to the video.
And besides, it's kind of nice to have the sound of raining, dripping rainwater, and oh, Jesus! Oh, man, that was Cat. Well, to conclude, use any efficient containers that you can, but be sure to sterilize them first, because the last thing you want is a zombie plant. Nasty. Like chicken.
That guy does not seem to, know how to preserve bullets. I mean, he just shot 6 times at one zombie, and he was within 10 feet. This guy sucks. Well, it's a good thing he got that katana and bat. Otherwise, he'd probably be dead soon.
Well, hopefully you learned something here about how to grow your own vegetables indoors. Stay alive, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, so I guess that Pepsi stuff doesn't work. Oh, I hope all the customers get refunds.
Glad to see you're still alive. Well, if you're watching this transmission, that means you must have had some kind of stockpile of supplies by now. Maybe it's running low, maybe not. Unfortunately, my stockpile is still fine because all my cast and crew are zombies by now. So I still got plenty of water and food. But now it's probably a good time just to go over some of the basics. So let's start with water. Of course you need water every day, and they say you need a gallon per day. Right down here I have about 30 gallons, which will actually last me more than a month. But you can't go wrong with having too much. After water comes food. Anything that's dried with a shelf life will be fine. So things like tuna or trail mix or peanut butter. Don't forget a little bit of like cooking oil. And of course, you're going to need some kind of camp stove or something if you're going to cook up rice. So I have a 2-burner camp stove here, plenty of fuel. I have a single burner camp stove in this fully packed backpack. So if I had to run and never come home, I got a backpack full of clothing, boots, a fire coat, sleeping bag, tent, everything I need. You're also going to need some basic supplies. So things like work gloves and a first aid kit, medical mask. I've got lanterns that run on batteries. I've got flashlights that you can crank and will run forever. Weapons, lots and lots of weapons. Machetes, hammers, knives, whatever you're comfortable killing with will work just fine. And lots of guns. I prefer a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun with a trusty 9 backup. And of course, my good luck charm, the katana. But eventually...
Okay, so ultimately, everything he said there is correct. I actually have nothing wrong with what he said. Yeah, ultimately, tuna, trail mix, and peanut butter are all good foods to stockpile. His weapon choice, while I'm not a big fan of shotguns, it's good. And I have really no complaints on what he said. So let's get back to the video and see what else this one has left.
Your crew is likely to run out of something. Food, clean water, medical supplies. Something's going to give. And when it does, you have no choice but to go out scrounging for more. This used to be some kind of warehouse or a distribution district or something, I don't know. It's mostly been cleared out, but it's still worth taking a look around because there might be something left. Anyway, I know it's dangerous, so here, take this, and I'll be right back.
Okay, first off, that guy should have already had a weapon or two on him. So that's just blatantly irresponsible.
Hey man, what you find?
Okay, and to close off the video, now I checked, there's actually an entire series of these, which I will get to eventually. I don't know, maybe I'll do them tomorrow. I honestly don't have a schedule for when I do these videos. I just do them when I can and when I feel like doing them when I can. But ultimately, interesting way to close it off. Although I will say the camera guy is an idiot for for wearing headphones that went outside, and also not staying a sizable distance away from the guy who, albeit you may know him, but it looks like he's eating something like a zombie. So that was probably stupid of him. And apparently everyone who was in this episode died. So with that in mind, this is going to be the end of the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you can see all my future content, or at least get notified when it happens. Or not. For all I know, YouTube could just decide to change everything again. And let's see. Oh yeah. If you get the chance, share my video so that you can help my channel grow. And this is Random Man, signing off.